YouTube, this is JV111 here, and welcome back to another episode of Agrarian Skies. So I know last episode, sorry, not last week, but last episode I said that I was going to do a little more grinding into the automated alchemy system and stuff. I did some research about what the centrifuge does, and I have an idea of what I want to make, but the problem is I'm going to need a lot more materials in order to make it. Now, we do have the laser drill all going, all set up, but here's my main problem right now. Where are we? Here. So you can see, there's a bit of a lacking of power. Yellorium does not produce the amount of power we need to be able to maintain. Plutonium, however, will and can. Now the problem is we don't have a way to properly use plutonium. We can, however, make it, and that's what we're going to be doing today. I'm going to start building towards some turbines. I'm going to put a turbine together, and I'm going to build another reactor off camera, and then I'll come back next episode and show you guys how this all works, how we can get power from basically a bunch of Yellorium in two different forms. That power will be what we're going to need in order to basically ramp this system up and maybe even potentially power up our entire base with it. I have a couple other ideas I want to kind of throw around. I'm also considering using the bioreactor again because we're getting quite a bit of saplings. And I figure we can use those saplings to start making some more biofuel and start basically draining all the biofuel we have in our AE system and using some compression dynamos to be able to put a little bit more juice into this system. So there's some plans, there's some ideas. We're going to basically work towards the turbine first, and then I'll make the other reactor, and then we'll put the whole kit caboodle together, and hopefully that'll give us so much power that we'll be able to, in theory, let's see how these guys are doing. Excellent. See how our pigs are doing. I also have some conveyor belts here. It'll force them when they grow up to get closer to the slaughterhouse. It looks like some of these pigs are dying again. Alright, I'm gonna have to turn off the sorter and wait for these guys to die again. I'm gonna wait for this tank to fill up completely before I start emptying it out, because that'll give me, that's 32, 60, so 32, 32, 32, 64 plus 32 is 98. No, 96. 96, and for that quest we need how much liquid meat? Ooh, we need a lot. We most definitely need a lot, so we're gonna have to wait. And then liquid meat will help us out later. I'm gonna find a way to probably make this even better. I gotta find a way to keep these guys from either despawning or dying. This doesn't seem to want to work all that well. And I'm going to stop this now. We don't want too many pigs in here because that'll cause a whole lot of frame rate lag, and we have issues of our own when it comes to frame rate. Yeah, so we gotta figure out some ways with that, but that's not what we're doing today. Oh, I do have to go back down because I need the cyanite. Where did I put that cyanite? Ah, here you are. Cyanite. And for now, I was gonna just put all this Yellorium to the side, but we can actually use it, so we're going to try and force a little more power into there because we need a lot more ores. We got to get all these ores up quite a bit, and once we get to the point where I have enough redstone, I'm going to take the foci out and just let it go to town. Alright, so how do we make turbine stuff? Well, first we're going to need turbine casing, so let's take a look at turbines. Turbine housing. We're going to need a lot of these, so I figure we're going to need at least a good... If I have to guess anything, I'd say 3 stacks of turbine housing, which we are going to do. So let's get ourselves some graphite. Which graphite do I have left? Not a whole lot, so do have some charcoal. We'll let these go to town while we're making the rest of these. I don't have any quests to turn in, do I? I have quest to be completed. Okay. That's why I wanted to double check. Alright, so first we're going to do turbine. Oh, hang on. First we got some steel. Do we have enough steel? We should now. So, fine. Oh, we do have 4, and we do have some glass, which is going to put us ahead, which is nice. So let's get another few stacks going. We're going to need you, so I'll go very slowly because I don't know how much cyanite I have left. Because we do need cyanite for some of the other components. Let's go with that for now. 2 stacks should be plenty. We're gonna need some plutonium, but we're gonna get into that later. Let's go into Big Reactors. At Big. I need a very particular item. It's a cyanite reprocessor, which requires a yellorium fuel rod. Cyanite reprocessor. Requires some reactor casings. I should have everything else, except for the yellorium fuel rod. Excellent. So we're going to want to get some plutonium going. I don't know if this requires power. Let me just take a peek. Require power. Okay. So I'm going to pop this guy into our power supply here. What else does this thing require? Does it require lava? Or water? Cyanite, because we need at least 4, and it's a 2-to-1 ratio. Let's see if you require anything else. Looks like you might require some water. So do we have any ME cables? I have a couple. And I have an export bus. Let's get ourselves also a bucket. Safe to assume he needs water. So we're going to go into him. Let's go into here. Grab our bucket. Here you go into there. Why aren't you doing your thing? Oh. There we go. I didn't realize that's what the interface was for. And yes, it did need water. Okay. Yeah, see, so it's a 2-to-1 ratio. So we can actually break this system now. And we'll break this guy. Got the 2. How's my guy going? Good. And we'll just drop all these guys back down. I'm going to actually head back down with this as well. Because we're going to want to position this to where we're going to want our final setup to be. So we want the plutonium to go right Oh, you better not have just... Oh, it better not have just killed it. Hang on, I will be right back. I need to double check something. Back. Sorry about that. No, I didn't kill it. Just the server ended up being a derp. So it's not a big deal. So we're gonna put you here. He's gonna accept red onto that side. I'll rig up some water coming from him into there, and then this plutonium will actually... It's actually going to change up, so this is actually should be green, and this side will be red. Yes. Because what's going to happen is the cyanide is going to come from here and go into this reactor. Yep, that's exactly how it's going to go. So, next step. We have our turbine reactor, or our turbine housing. I should not have left down there. I'm a derp. What I want to do now is set up where we're going to have our turbine. Now, we're going to build a 5x5 turbine with a 3x3 interior. So what we're going to need is at least something a little larger than that. Because the 5x5 is going to literally end up being right here up until where this point is. So where we're going to want to have everything will be... Decisions. Where do I want to have the turbine housing? We have to go into the PEC training area a little bit to do this right. Okay, so needs to be also 5 lengthwise. Oh no, that's not going to work. Don't you get lost. Okay, whew. I need to go 1 lower. So let's get dirt. Yeah, that'll work. Let's go some dirt. So you there. I want to go you here. 1. Okay, so it's going to be 5. 5. This should work. And then the length of this gap. Yeah, perfect. And then, as such, we're going to go 2, 3. Like that. And I actually got a text or a message. Email. Okay. We're going to keep building this bad boy up until we are completely done. And last little bits. And we now have a frame. Okay, so that's going to be our main frame. Main frame. For our turbine. Now, what I'm actually doing here is, you're probably thinking to yourself, well, why do you need a turbine? You just drop another reactor in here. Well, the way the mod works is there's 2 different sets of turbines. There's a passively cooled, which is what this one is being cooled with, the Resonant Ender, which will be our plutonium turbine, or plutonium reactor. The second reactor right here is going to be an actively cooled. Now, it's going to be actively cooled with water, because there's no sensible use of other fluids other than water to be completely honest. We're also going to be... I'm going to show you exactly how we're going to do that next episode. We still got time for this episode. But we're going to continue on building this. I'm going to show you all the other little pieces that we're going to need. So we're actually going to need some reactor glass next. We do have 16. So we're going to grab those 16 that I have. Or no, the turbine glass. We no longer need the housings, so I can go in there for use for crafting recipes. So let's see. We're going to want you. Okay. So looks like these are about 15 wide. And I want glass on all the sides except for here and here. And you'll see why. Now, before we do more glass, I'm going to build the rest of the ports that we need. So let's take a look at Turbine again. Okay, there we go. Now we need controller, which requires those 2 plutonium ingots. We're also going to need a power port, because the turbine's actually where we're going to get the power from. We're not going to get it from the actual reactor. The reactor's sole purpose is going to be generating steam. We also need a fluid port. Should have everything. I do. We're also going to need a rotor bearing. Now we're also going to need some turbine rotors, and I'll show you exactly how to build those right now. We're going to need a bunch of these. Hopefully that's enough. If not, I'll double check. Actually, we'll double check right now. Rotor bearing. Now, if I remember how to build these things, actually I don't remember how to build these things correctly, so I'm going to go double check. It's going to take some time for my internet to load up. Oh, there we go. Turbine. Oh. Big reactor. Turbine. All I want is where I need to put the turbine port. Turbine rotor bearing. Needs to be placed within the frame. Okay. So, what I want to set up is we're going to actually be breaking this up a little bit. By a little bit, I mean a whole lot. We're also going to need some more slabs, because we're going to make sure this is nice and secure here. Excellent. And we're not actually going to need the corners per se, so you can go there, you can go there, and I feel more secure. Okay, so we're going to want our controller here, our bearing here, our power port's going to be here, and our fluid port is actually going to be up top here. And you'll see why in a second. You're inputting water. I'm actually going to need another fluid port, I just thought of that. So let's get another fluid port going. And for that, we're going to use more cobblestone. So, break you up. But before I do that, I'm going to rig you up to work with a signal. That way, it doesn't take all of the cobblestone right away. So, you in there. Go here, here. Let's craft 64 pistons. That should be plenty. And let's get another fluid port. Turbine fluid port. Excellent. I'm going to place this guy right on the bottom. and he's going to be outputting. You're going to see why. Oh, yeah. So it's not completely ready yet. Next, we're going to need the rotor shafts. I'm going to place those like this. Probably make too many rotor shafts. Yep, one too many. Okay. Next, we're going to need so we're going to get that turbine glass. Unfortunately, this recipe doesn't make multiple, and we need more hardened glass, so we're going to need lead. Pulverize all this lead. We're going to need some obsidian. Bunch of pulverized already ready to go. This is going to take some time. So it's going to keep chugging along for now until I actually run out of time for this episode. Then we'll come back to it next episode for sure and continue the building process. Because I need also some blades. We can actually make the blades now. How much cyanide do I have? Another ingot. Not going to be a whole lot. So let's make the blades. Turbine reactor blades. We're going to need, I want to say 13. Yeah, it sounds about right. So 1, 2, 4. Shoot, need more cyanide. So, it's going to go, yeah, so like that, like that, like that, and like that. And then the rest are going to be 3s. Actually, no, this one's not going to go like that. This one's going to go... It's going to be 3s all the way down until here, where it's going to be a 4. Have something to eat. Actually, I do know one thing we can do right now before anything else. Actually, how's this going? Oh, more pigs. Excellent. Let the breeding commence. That sounded wrong. Alright, pulverizing done. Yep. Let's get some lead. We'll pulverize another stack of lead ingots. Actually, no, we're going to need some obsidian. Pulverized. Now that I've come to think about it. Go to town, because the obsidian is used more than everything else. What else are we going to need? Oh. How much electrum do we have? Not a whole lot, so let's make a bunch of electrum. So we need some gold. A stack of gold blocks. And we need some silver. A whole lot of that's going on, but we're not actually not need that much, so it's going to go half and half. We're going to go to our smeltery over here. And we're going to go to town. So, half of you are going to be silver. And the other half gold. And for some reason, that's not working. Haven't a clue why. There we go. I got lava again. Okay, so I got some electrum in here. So we're gonna break that guy and go to town. Or, you know, I can go like that instead. I'm actually gonna get myself a pneumatic servo. Chest that I don't have. And that with one of these. One of these. And go. Hopefully this melts faster than that. I'm going to have a very bad day. I'm going to stop that for now. Wait for the rest of that to go. It should be ready momentarily. Yep, ready to go. Okay. Alright, wait. Come on. There we go. We should actually have enough electrum going right now. Yep, we have enough to do what we need to do. So the thing you gotta do with these turbines is you need to have something that's gonna be a block of metal. Any block of metal will do. Some are better than others. There's a huge list of them that are good. But for our purposes, electrum will do us just fine. And you just go all the way around like this. Or not like that. Excellent. Ooh, jetpack's getting mighty low. Have to fix that soonish. This should be nice and empty. So we're going to put you back. Probably no more cyanite's been made. Yeah. So we're going to probably have to come back next episode to complete this. In between that episode and this, I'll actually have the next turbine ready to go. And we should be able to get this powered up, and then we're going to start making a lot more power. Alright guys, so thank you all for watching. If you guys haven't done so yet, please like and favorite this video and any other videos I may have been a part of or you guys may have seen. Also, please make sure to subscribe and follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/jthe111. Easiest way for you guys to figure out when I put out more videos. Also, if you're an up-and-coming YouTuber and you want help, if you're a new YouTuber and don't even know what the heck you're doing, or if you're a current YouTuber and you really just want to expand yourself, click in the link in the description down below, thatjuice.com/jayla111. They're willing to help you out. They help me out, and I need to return the favor. So, click the link. Probably the best thing you'll do for your career. Until next time, guys, stay frosty.